Hey there guys, and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video guys, I'm coming to you with a quick 6-month computer review check. And basically guys, I don't know if y'all remember, but it's been 6 months since I bought my gaming PC that I got it from CEX. It seems like, actually it may have been more than 6 months, bro, to be honest. But so I'm definitely within the bounds of the 6-month computer checkup, and I'm just gonna basically talk you through a few of the things, a few of the kinks that's been happening with my PC since I've had it, what's good, what's bad, and the price point which I bought it for compared to the price point of what they are right now. So guys, yeah, let's get into the video. Okay guys, so moving around, I really want to talk about RAM right now guys, because RAM is a thing that has historically always been kind of cheap in terms of like graphics. RAM was a lot cheaper than like standard system memory. For example, I brought two 8 GB 288 pin sticks for only £6 from CEX. It was about what, 2 months ago guys. It was these two here, two 8 GB PC 3200, so 3200 megahertz, 8 GB RAM. I got them for £6 each. That was only £12. But now if we look at the prices right now guys, it's shot up. I don't know if you heard about it, but memory has actually shot up at least double. Even if you go on Amazon, you know, you could get like a 16 GB kit for around £45, RGB as well from Corsair. Now you go on there, bro, it's like £90, bro. And even the used market's been affected as well, bro. As you can see on CEX, the sticks that I brought for £12 and now £12, guys. I only bought it for £6 for one 8 GB stick, bro, you know. And guys, like legit, if you wanted to have a decent setup and just go for a lot of RAM and basically try and get a bargain, you've missed that boat, guys, because you're now gonna have to pay substantially, you know, like legit. I mean, it's not a major big deal to me personally, guys, because so what if I've got to pay an extra £12 for number 16 gig? You know, I just paid them for £12. So altogether it'd be like £24. You know, I would have had to pay 12. You know, but it's not a major big difference to me. But if you're a system builder or you got a business and you're like buying parts, you know, and then you're selling a PC on, you know, you're gonna see a big amount of extra expenses you're gonna have to like cater to, you know. Not to mention as well, guys, like the tariffs as well have made like everything go up, and it's gonna go up even more when the tariffs hit again. And I hear the tariffs are hitting at the end of November, you know. So if you really want to get like a decent spec, you should really be buying now before that tariff rise like hits. And even silly things as well, bro, guys. Just looking at my PC that I purchased, bro, I purchased it for like $335, and like that was only a RTX 2060 Super with a 11400F. And also what you gotta remember, guys, is the motherboard was very expensive. Well, I say very expensive. It was a better motherboard than like you'd expect for that configuration. But now if you wanted to get like a Aorus B560 AX, then you'll be looking at around 200 to 220 right now. It may even have gone up to 300, guys. It may have even gone up to 300, you know, because of all these extra costs that are coming into play. So it's gonna be very tricky if you're like your system builder, guys. And just looking at the card that I brought, I copped the Radeon XFS 9060 XT, guys. I was just taking a look at it the other day, bro. And I was thinking, this thing is like, why is it so big, bro? Because legit, if you look where the card is only from there to there. It ends there, guys. You notice that? It ends right there in that little groove. In that little groove, that's where the end of the card is. All this extra plastic and metal is purely just for show. You know, I mean, even the way that metal hangs off there, bro, it's just purely for show. You know, you don't need it, obviously, for the fan as well. It's mainly just to get the second fan on. At the bottom, you see, it's not spinning right now because I'm not running any games, so obviously it won't be spinning, guys. But the PC itself has been very stable. There's been no major problems. The only major problem, I say major remotely, because it's like sometimes when I go to keep my Wi-Fi, it just keeps coming off the Wi-Fi hotspot in my crib, bro. Now, I've tried to sort it out, and it just keeps happening, guys. I'm not 100% sure why. No matter what I do, it'll just, after a couple of hours, it'll just like, well, sometimes it'll be good. Some days in the sun, like when it's warm and the weather's good, it just stays on. But then, like, obviously, if the weather picks up bad or sporadically, even when it's sunny, sometimes it will just like drop and I have to go and reconnect again, you know? So that is one kink. Other than that I can think of, bro, it's been pretty smooth, you know? There's been nothing major at all that's wrong with it. Only the performance on some games with my 9060 XT, the older driver I had, it would run Overwatch 2 like really good at around 450 FPS on average to 500, and in some spots you'd see it go to 600 FPS. But then I wanted to play Cyberpunk 2077, but it wouldn't run, guys, with those drivers. Cyberpunk 2077 would not run with the drivers that were really good for Overwatch 2. So what I did was I uninstalled the drivers and I put different drivers on. That got Overwatch 2 running, but then it meant Cyberpunk would not run. So I was trying to figure out, what am I doing wrong? And one day I discovered what I did wrong, guys. What it was I had RSR on. No, it's not FSR, it's RSR. That just basically it's just like upscaler to like give you better performance in games that don't support FSR on AMD. So I knocked that on, and that was the thing that was preventing me from running Cyberpunk 2. Cyberpunk 2077, which of course, by the way, guys, is a pretty boring game if I'm being 100%. Graphically, it's very nice and very good, and there's a lot of technology behind that, you know, ray tracing, everything. You know, a lot of people use it to basically, you know, benchmark games. You know, they use that to benchmark their systems. You know, benchmarks GPUs and CPUs, bro. So that is a very good game, ironically, just for benchmarking. But if you want to try and get any fun out of that game, guys, it's pretty story-based. You know, you just go from one place to another. You meet one guy and he tells you a story. I'm just there with my mouse clicking away to get rid of the stories. But yeah, guys, other than that, the PC has been okay. Now, what is the only thing, what pees me off about this PC, guys, is that it only has a 450 watt PSU. And when I took the site off, bro, when I first got it, I was expecting to see, oh, it's going to be about a 600 PSU in here, 100%. It's going to be about 600 watt. So imagine my startalization and horror when I took the back case off, guys, and it said 450 watt. But it's a Corsair, but it's only it was only a CV452, guys. But funny enough, I still have the 9060 XT running perfectly fine, and it's not causing any power outages at all. you know. Of course, the 9060 XT, guys, if y'all didn't know, it only has a 125-watt power draw, you know, so it's perfectly fine. Of course, the 11400F, it only has a 65-watt power draw. So just those two totals alone is only like 190 power draw. And then after that, guys, the motherboard is probably only about, I don't know, 50, 60 power draw for the motherboard, maybe less, I don't know, you know. So it's got plenty of room. The fans, the RGB, you know, and the RAM, you know, the storage, that's probably about roughly another 100. So I'm still topping out at about only 300-ish, you know, probably only around 300 power draw, so there's plenty of space. I know manufacturers that like to err on the side of caution with like their PSUs. So normally you go to manufacturer's websites such as AMD, they say you need a recommended 550. I have a 450, bro, and it's working perfectly fine. They just do that just in case someone may have a system with like a hell load of fans. I've only got 3 fans, three case fans, well, 4 there, and of course the CPU fan. So it's not like I'm topping it out on fanage, if that's what guys are, fanage. But anyway, guys, yeah, I'm just gonna show you one more thing, and that is I was thinking of getting really thinking of getting some more RAM, guys, and I thought to myself, I'm probably just gonna get the one off CEX for like 12 pounds for 2 8-gig sticks, and I just slot them in there. So then all the DIMM slots will be occupied there. So I have 4 8 gigs in there, bro. But then you look on Amazon, guys, you got the RAM prices that have like hit dramatically, bro. You have the Corsair Vengeance DDR4 RAM 32 gig, bro. And that's like 138 pounds now, bro. Before it was like 90 pounds for 32 gig kit, bro. All the prices have gone skyrocketed. And that is not even RGB either, guys. It's just standard RAM. It's not even RGB. Then you look at the Lexar, bro. Not a very good brand. It's an okay brand, but it's not up there. You know, it's okay brand. And it's only 16 gig DDR4 RAM, bro, for 200, and it's like 57 pounds, bro. Like legit, that was like the price of like RGB only a few months ago, bro. And from a better brand, I seen Corsair RGB RAM for like 75 pounds, bro. You know, so that's like only 20 pounds less. And you could have brought, just a couple of months ago, you could have brought like Corsair 16 gig RAM kit, bro, you know, for that price, or just slightly higher. And now you gotta have to spend like 20 pounds, maybe 20 pounds less, or roughly the same. And it's the worst brand, and it's not even RGB. Yeah, bro, these prices have really hit top shelf. And just imagine, bro, when the tariffs hit at the end of this November or start of December, just imagine how bad it's going to be even then, bro. As you can see on ChatGPT, DDR5 is the main one that's gone up substantially, guys. They saying DDR5 has gone up like retail kit prices are also increasing. One source notes that DDR5 memory kits are now essentially double what they were a few months ago, guys. So like, you know, it's really bad. If you'd have brought some DDR5, bro, like 2 months ago, and you just kept it, you brought, say actually, guys, say if you brought like a load of it, if you just like stocked up on that, bro, like if you'd have brought like, say, 2 grand's worth of DDR5 RAM, bro, 2 months ago, bro, and now you could sell it, you would be quizzing, guys. You'd make like at least 3K, because if it's used, you'd still get at least a grand profit on that, bro. That is insane. Anyway, guys, with that being said, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of my points. And also with DDR5 RAM, certainly with the big spike and increase to double what it's meant to be, guys. That's insane, guys. Obviously, the graphics cards and GPUs, CPUs, sorry, they'll be going up a lot as well, guys. So you want to get like a decent price. You should really try and get it before the tariffs kick in as well, guys. That's gonna spike it up a hell lot more in terms of price, guys. Anyway, guys, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be interested to hear your comments. With that being said, I'll see you in my next video. Peace.